Now, ladies, concerning imagery, we have two main types of imagery. One is the biblical imagery, which we have already discussed concerning the angel. But I'm now going to explain it more fully. The biblical imagery is used to show the narrator's conformity. It means adaptation, compromise through innocence. The conditional sentence, if he'd be a good boy, suggests that the angel from Tom's dream is telling Tom to be obedient and accept his repression from society. And in return, he will have God for his father. Therefore, Blake is suggesting that society uses religion as an excuse for people, especially the innocent, to accept oppression. And I think I have already discussed this earlier when I said that the angel is supposed to be angelic, it's supposed to be celestial, but by his warning, if you don't become good, you will not be rewarded, makes of him as an instrument of the society to be punishing the oppressed. Unless you accept your oppression, you will not be considered good. The use of the noun father also shows that the angel is manipulating a child's natural innocent want for a parent. The angel knows that this child has been sold, has been abandoned by his father, and the father or a parent is very important for a child. That's why, as if he is promising, the angel is promising the child of the greatest reward, that you will have a father again. Irony is created from the use of the adjectives bright, which suggest happiness, especially in the bleak lives which the children have lived, and the noun key, which suggests freedom or solution, as the bright key is actually only available on the condition that the children remain miserable and repressed. So unless you accept your oppression, you will not get this bright key. It remains in the hands of the angel. Your reward is not is going to be given to you, because you have to remain miserable and repressed and until you are rewarded. It could also be imagined that the children would be fascinated and attracted to something which is bright. Of course, they are children. They were very happy. I mean, the children in the dream were very happy, were very hopeful that this is going to be the brightness of happiness and the key of the solution to their problems that frees them and set free from this slavery, commercial slavery. The other image is the image of death. Death is displayed. Look at the contrast. Death is talked about while our characters are all children. So they are killing childhood. Death is displayed through the semantic field coffins of black. This image is prevailing the idea of death. Coffins died, which tells us that the narrator and other children are quite accepting death and are possibly too young to understand or fear it. The children do not understand what death is. So when Tom sees that they are buried in coffins, put in coffins of black, it seems that he doesn't understand which coffins are these. But what he understands, that they are suffering, and now they are going to be saved by this angel. I mean, this is in the dream. The declarative, and he opened the coffins and set them all free, also suggests that the narrator believes death to be the only escape from. This is painful, ladies. This is very painful, that when a child considers that his only escape is through death, because his life is too harsh for him. He is tiny, he is delicate. The child is so simple, so meek, so tender, so delicate. And these harsh circumstances are too much for a child to undertake or to endure. And that's why when we think that death is the only escape for these children, we feel so much burdened in heart. We as readers, we as listeners, we feel so burdened our hearts. And this is the point. The writer wanted his audience to understand that it is hurting if you continue employing these children in cleaning your chimneys. Now we have two main themes for this poem. First one is illustrating the oppression of the poor young sweeps and the misery of their lives as chimney sweepers. The second one is the clash between commercial values and the human values. And by the way, this is not the whole explanation of themes. You can go through the poem and support the theme or the discussion of this theme through the stanzas. Both themes, I mean. Thank you very much, ladies. I think this is all for William Blake's poem, The Chimney Sweeper. And I hope this explanation would be helpful to you to understand fully the poem and its, let's say, its branches. Thank you very much.